David Benavides is getting criticized for calling out the so-called best. Let's talk about it. David Benavides is getting ridiculed out the Amos for simply trying to fight the so-called best in his division, the so-called best pound-for-pound fighter, the so-called number one guy, the head honcho. David Benavides is doing something that we request of all fighters, but once again, once these guys do it, fanboyism takes over. This is the same thing with Teofimo Lopez. Once again, I need to ask some serious boxing questions. Why do we ask people like Gervonta Tank Davis to go rush into a fight with somebody like Teofimo Lopez real quick? Okay? We want those fights immediately. We want him to go take a challenge, you know? Errol Spence immediately. We want them to go take a challenge, you know? All these guys, Charlos, immediately. We want them to go take a challenge, all right? But when Teofimo Lopez challenges Vasily Lomachenko, it's a problem. He needs to know his place. He needs to slow his roll. He needs to go earn it. He needs to go do that. Okay? Demetrius Andrade trying to fight Triple G or something like that. He needs to slow his roll. He hasn't done nothing. He needs to chill out. Blase splee. He needs to earn the shot. You know, he needs to wait his turn. But they want a Triple G to fight a retired old Floyd Mayweather. I'm going to keep going. David Benavides calls out Canelo Alvarez. He needs to shut up. He needs to slow down. He needs to worry about making weight. Canelo Alvarez only fight champions with belts. I find that funny. Andrade had a belt. I digress. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. He needs to shut up. What's up with that? Okay? I thought as boxing fans, you want the best to fight the best. Okay? You want the best to fight the best. What Devin Haney does, this is why I like the young cats. What Devin Haney does, what Teofimo Lopez does, what Ryan Garcia do, you notice they all call each other out? All these guys call each other out. That's why these new guys, Shakur Stevenson and them, they're really where it's at right now. You know? But when it comes to you boxing fans, you get tired of people cherry picking. You get tired of people taking soft fights. You get tired of people not taking challenges. When a boxer is coming up and he believes in himself and he wants to take that challenge, who are you as a so-called boxing fan to stand in the middle between that and him doing something great? Which is what you are complaining that is missing in boxing. When they do it, you complain about it. The problem with boxing, I done figured it out. Ultimately, it's the fans. Ultimately, it's the fans. That's the problem with boxing. Besides, it's always going to be the crooked shit. It is. But ultimately, the problem with boxing is the fans. You don't request that your fighters do these certain things. And most importantly, you guys will put the pressure on this person and create a roadblock and franchise champion for this person. You guys don't keep the same energy. That's why boxing careers and boxers, that's why shit is so lopsided. You want these fighters over here to fight threats, and you want these guys to fight soft opponents, but yet you want to give them the reputation as the best. It doesn't work like that. To be the best, you got to beat the best. That's always how it's been. That's always how it's going to be. You're not going to be able to cheat it. But David Benavides shouldn't be getting no pushback because he wants to challenge Canelo. Why is that so strange? What is he doing so weird? That's what he's supposed to do. So what's the pushback? Now, I noticed that y'all didn't have a problem with David Benavides when it was him and Caleb Plant going at it. All that shit. You love the guy. But the second he challenged Canelo, it's a fucking problem. And that's a fucking problem. Y'all think can't nobody say shit to Canelo. Y'all treat Canelo like he God. Nobody should challenge him. Nobody should go. But we should accept him trying to fight guys coming off losses. Him keep fighting guys that most of the general boxing world don't fucking know. I mean, the general boxing world didn't know who the fuck Callum Smith is. Let's be real. He's so scared to fight the fighters we got over here, he goes searching overseas for opponents. That's facts. But what David Benavides is doing and trying to do is something that we want all boxers to do. So most importantly, when they're reaching for the stars, you don't want to try to put your foot on their throat. Therefore, when you have people that have careers like Triple G and people have careers like Deontay Wilder, you need to shut up. You need to go ahead and shut up. Because obviously, you don't have a problem with those type of careers as long as the right person is rocking it. Then you ain't got nothing to say. Ultimately, the problem with boxing is the fucking fans. Because we're actually the end equation. You know what I'm saying? We're actually the end of all this. We're the fucking problem. Because at the end of the day, it's our money that they're trying to get. It's our attention that they're trying to get. So I would like to think that those people, I don't know, could kind of demand what they want to see. Nowadays, these boxers are telling you the fights that they're going to give you. Nobody asked for no Spence Canelo. Nobody was even worried about it. Once again, they're telling you what they're going to give you. Nobody asked for Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. Once again, they're telling you what they're going to give you. When are you going to start demanding it? I mean, after all, you are the one paying your money. Just my thoughts. Who's Van? I'm out.